Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Brave Writer Book Reveal. Time for some confetti. Woohoo! We are so glad that you're here. And then we're going to get right into it because we have so much to cover today. First of all, hello. I have been on a little bit of a semi retirement lifestyle while the team is running Brave Writer. And do you know what? They have cooked up so many new ideas, programs for you, and you're going to learn about them today. Dawn is going to come on after I'm done and tell you all the new books, the new program. But before we jump into the new books, I want to be the one to remind you of our program for kids ages 5 to 7. How many of you have kids or are kids that are just learning to read? Like you're not all the way there yet, but you're starting to work on it. Anyone? Yeah, of course. And here's the thing. I am spending a lot of time right now learning what families need. I get to work with a really awesome charter school in California with lots and lots of families. And one of the things I'm finding out is that kids who struggle with reading have not had an adequate pre-literacy period in their lives. In other words, there tends to be a jump from being a kid, a baby, a toddler, right into phonics without the groundwork that helps a kid even understand the point of phonics. That's what the Quill is. The Quill is our program that helps your kids identify letters and punctuation, differentiate between upper and lowercase alphabets, interpret symbols and images, apply mathematical concepts like number, proportion, scale, weight, distance, deciphering the language of illustration, reading emotion and facial cues, exploring literary devices, developing a rich narrative vocabulary. All of this happens in the Quill. And here's what's amazing. Every single one of these month-long tools has a book list of our staff's favorite picture books that go with the theme. So you can just take this list, get on your library app, and then reserve them all and pick up a bundle, and you will have this rich, beautiful selection of picture books to use. Not only that, these are by theme. So if you don't have our picture books, you can certainly find picture books that relate to the theme. So let me just read you. There are 2 collections, and these are the themes for each collection. So our first collection for the Quill, it's a 2-year program, includes wordless picture books, which is in both collections because we think it's so important that you understand how to read a book without words. And then in collection 1, we have riddles and jokes, art, wild animals, transportation, poetry, cooking, rocks rock, buggy bugs, and spectacular sports. The second collection has Under the Sea Sea Mammals, Inventions and Inventors, Music and Song Lyrics, Weather, Clouds, Space, Planets, Superheroes and Heroes, On the Farm, Flowers, and Pets. You can do the Quill in either order. So you can start with collection 1 and go to 2, or if you like the list in 2 better, you can start with 2 and go to 1. This is obviously more than enough material for 2 years, could even last 3. Your children will find that their reading instruction and their early math skills benefit deeply when they build pre-literacy first. And that's why I'm so proud of this program. When I was sharing it with this one charter school set of teachers, they were like, this is what we've been looking for. This is what we want to recommend to families. I know, pretty cool. So by the Quill, one last toss of confetti from me. And then Dawn is going to tell you the new books for the Dart. Dawn, time to come on.
I'm a rookie at this kazoo thing, but I do have confetti too. Here we go.
All right, Dawn, take it away. I'll be in chat. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Julie. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here. We have so many things to share and so many exciting developments here at Brave Writer. It's been very, very, very busy behind the scenes. Before we get into the books, I have some very big news I want to share. And it relates to this age group, this 8 to 10-year-old age group. This is the most popular program in Brave Writer, this emerging writers stage. And it's really unique in a whole new way to approach writing for this age. So it includes the darts, which we're going to share the dart books today. And it also includes partnership writing. And parents have been asking us over the years to give them more partnership projects to cover um, all the writing composition formats and integrate these pieces of Brave Writer. So what has been happening is that while I've been engaging with parents in the Brave Writer training, which you'll hear more about soon, in the Brave Writer training and these planning jam sessions that I put on, and showing them how to take the Dart book that they are reading with their kids and use that theme and apply that to the projects that they're doing in partnership writing, they really had that piece come together and they were begging for more of that. So what we did is we have created 3 emerging writers levels. So we have 3 levels. This is for 8 to 10-year-olds. So we're talking 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. But what we are doing to accommodate all of these requests for more is taking and writing brand new partnership projects for you to cover various composition formats and types of writing: instructional, informative, personal narrative, descriptive, opinion, creative writing, all of it. And we're using the themes from these Dart books I'm going to share with you. And we're going to walk you through teaching your kids these formats. And you'll be able to use them again and again and again. So we're just using the Dart theme to hold your hand as you walk through teaching these formats through all these different types of writing. And your child will have this storehouse of composition formats to draw from when they're doing writing for history or writing for science. And it is a very, very exciting development, and it's going to make life so much easier for you. And we're going to walk you through the steps on how to pull it all together. So I'm very, very excited. And that is why there are 3 stacks of Dart books. If you've been seeing in the emails or on social media, people have been throwing out their guesses, and now we are here. So I just want to let you know that as I share these 3 stacks, you can start anywhere. So each of these 9 Dart books for Collection 1, Collection 2, Collection 3 will have corresponding partnership writing projects that go with them as a theme that you can then use later for anything you want. So as you're thinking about which one do I get, you can certainly just pick by the book list. We spin and spiral around all of the formats and concepts and skills so that wherever your kids start, they will develop those skills over the next 3 years that they spend in the emerging writers level. The partnership writing projects in conjunction with the darts will come in the emerging writers bundle, or if you already have growing brave writers, it will come in. There is a dart partnership 2-product bundle. But I just want to share with you how excited we are to bring this to you because it's very, very, very fun. So here we go. We are going to jump into the books. Who's ready for books? All right. These books are just beautiful classics and contemporary novels that are perfect for this age. We've selected the most popular ones from our programs to pull these lists together. So they're in 3 collections. We're going to start with collection 1. Note that unlike past years where we usually start in August, we are starting in September this year. Parents have also been asking us, they say, if I don't start in August, I feel like I'm behind because I always start school with my kids in September. So we're going to launch these programs in September this year. And if you usually start in August, we've still got you because we're going to go through some Brave Writer lifestyle pieces to help you get all of that rich language life foundation in place. And so I'm going to start with the September books and for collection 1 and then collection 2, collection 3. So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to give you a little synopsis and then you get to take a guess and have your kids guess what they are. Okay, this first book, here's the clue. Are you ready? This is in Dark Collection 1. When a little girl saves a runt pig, he starts his happy life in a cozy barn. Cozy, that is, until he learns what happens to pigs in wintertime. When he makes a horrible discovery, his only hope rests in the most unlikely friends. Can one small creature save his life? And at what cost? You guys guessed it. Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. Very exciting. We love this classic. Best opening line. Best opening line in children's literature. Very fun. Okay, October book. Here we go. A mouse, a hotel, a forest, and lurking danger. When Mona the Mouse stumbles across the wondrous world of a special hotel in the middle of a storm, she desperately hopes they'll let her stay. Anybody? Yes, indeed. Heartwood Hotel, a true home. This one is hugely popular. We're so excited to have it in Collection 1. All right, pretty fun. Here we go. November. Oh, I adore this book. Our 9-year-old protagonist intends to read a book a day for the rest of her life. But when a friend seems to be in trouble, she has to take her nose out of her book and do something. I see some guesses coming in. With the grown-ups busy, what difference can she and her friends possibly make? And will they get the help they need? You guys guessed it. It's Book Uncle and Me. This book was originally published in India and will just provide so many opportunities for big, juicy conversations. We adore this book. Of course, we're book lovers too, so of course we do. Okay, the December book for Collection 1. A house painter dreams of polar expeditions in faraway places, but gets the surprise of a lifetime when the South Pole comes to him. What is it? Yes, it's Mr. Popper's Penguins. We need some confetti for Mr. Popper's Penguins. You got it. It's this one. It's so fun. All right. Next book is January. Just past the cold, cold ocean and just below the hill that looks like a baby whale, you will find an inquisitive young polar bear. He is sweet, curious bear who makes friends with everyone he meets. Yes, this is a classic in the making. It is A Very, Very Far North. Dwayne is absolutely adorable and his friends are amazing. You will love this book. All right, next up, February. This next book gives Ramona Quimby a run for her money. Picture this plucky young girl navigating school, self-image, and especially her own family. Her dad has a new job, but money is tight, so they sell the second car and move to a new, old house. But this girl knows how to make sunshine out of setbacks. It is Ways to Make Sunshine. Adorable. Ryan is one of the best contemporary characters you will meet. All right. Next, we have our March selection. No one wants a skunk. They are unwelcome on front stoops. They should not linger in important rock rooms. Skunks should never, ever be allowed to move in. Yes, you guys guessed it. It's Skunk and Badger, the first Skunk and Badger book. We just love these books, and picking passages for these darts is always a trial because every single passage is worth talking about. It's so adorable. Okay, Skunk and Badger. Next to the April book in Collection 1. A young Sasquatch who longs for adventure. A young boy who longs to see a Sasquatch. When their worlds collide, they become the unlikeliest of best friends. You are good. That's right. It is Bigfoot and Littlefoot, adorable for all of you out there who are looking for little adventures and lots of maps and fun illustrations, this book is wonderful. All righty. And the last book in collection one is our May title. Here it is. There's always so much to be done in this very special forest. There are games to play by the river, a house to build for a gloomy friend, and then along comes a newcomer who is bouncy, loud, and bursting with confidence. The others in the forest wonder what to do with this energetic new pal. That's right, you guys guessed it. It is House on Pooh Corner, an adorable classic that every kid needs to read. All right, so that is our collection one. I'm so excited to share it with you. It is going to be so fun to pair with projects. I'm throwing papers on the floor now because I have to make room for the next stack. Here's our stack for collection one. Adorable. All righty, off they go. I had to move them from my shelf earlier when I had a meeting because I couldn't let anybody see. All righty. So if you want to use this for your third graders, you can. That stack, that collection tends to be a little on the younger side, but really you can start with any of these collections. It doesn't matter. All right. So let's move on. Let's hit some confetti. We've got exciting things. Here come collection two. All righty. Here's the September title. A girl, an iguana, an island, and an email. Our scrappy main character is a modern-day Robinson Crusoe, but when disaster seems near, she has to be stronger and braver than she's ever been before. Can her Animal Island friends and an email pen pal help save the day? That's right, you guys got it. Nim's Island. Very popular. Oh my goodness. And there's a movie, of course, and we are big advocates of watching movie and reading the book. So Nim is the first one we've got for September and collection two. Here's our October title. Very popular indeed. An egotistical royal cat. His dung beetle sidekick. Can this comically mismatched duo crack the case of a jewelry thief in the Pharaoh's palace? That's right. It's Ra the Mighty Cat Detective. This one's adorable. They are such a pair. Okay, our November book. Are you ready? You all are really good at guessing these. A boy on a camping trip stumbles upon something that stops him in his tracks. A nest and a new life. In time, that baby bird will set out to earn his place in the world, traveling from the wild place he was born to the swan boats of Boston, determined to find his voice. All right. That's right. Trumpet of the Swan. Classic. Lovely for nature study and so much more. Okay, our December title. Are you ready? Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Can I go any longer? Anybody got it right off the bat? Mr. and Mrs. Brown first met our fuzzy protagonist, a most endearing bear, on a railway platform in London. A sign hanging around his neck said, "Please look after this bear." Thank you. And so that's just what they did. You got it. It's a bear called Paddington. Adorable. We love Paddington. Okay, our January title for collection two. An easygoing gorilla, an elderly elephant, a stray dog, all living at the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade when they meet a young elephant named Ruby, and everything changes. That's right. It's the one and only Ivan, of course. Wonderful, wonderful story. All right. Our February title for collection two, here we go. A young boy is asked to help deliver baby dragons to a magical world where they'll be safe. There are two rules when it comes to dragons. Don't let them out of the bag, and don't feed them anything sweet. What do you think? It is. It is Dragons in a Bag. Super fun. This is such a great contemporary fantasy that your kids will adore. Okay, and we are moving on to March. Life is quiet for a mouse who has lived his whole life inside the Mountain View Inn, watching guests come and go. Quiet, that is, until a boy and his family check in. The boy has a toy. It is small and shiny and has wheels. When curiosity gets the better of this mouse, an unlikely friendship begins. That's right, you guessed it. It is the mouse and the motorcycle. Ralph is just too fuzzy and cute. Let's get some confetti. We're almost done with this collection. Okay, this next book is our April title. Our next book features a boy faced with an international move from his beloved homeland to Ann Arbor, Michigan. In lyrical prose from a close third-person perspective, the author poignantly captures his impressions of and reflections on the people, places, and experiences he will leave behind. That's right. This is such a sweet and adorable story, The Turtle of Oman. It's lovely. All right. The last book for May in this collection. Are you ready? A musically gifted young goldfinch. A brilliant but reluctant piano-playing boy. And a real-life mystery involving three artistic geniuses. That's right. This is a wonderful story, duet. It is an awesome blend of music and history and art and mystery. So it is a great one to cap off the year for those of you who get collection 2. All right. Yes. Okay, collection 2 gets more confetti, and I'm not very good at this. My cat was not happy about that. Okay, here we go. We are moving on to collection 3. This is the September title. Are you ready? A prophecy, a girl, a goat. Two-time Newbery medalist Kate DiCamillo has done it again with this fantastical story about fate, love, and the power of words. That's right. You know it. It is the Beatrice Prophecy. And it is totally delightful. Once again, another book that we had too much fun picking passages for the Dart. You will love going through this book with your kids, and all of the book club party ideas in this one. Amazing too. All righty. The October title for collection 3 is this. Before he became everyone's favorite game maker, he was a kid who liked to roll dice. He has a knack for games and puzzles, but sometimes it feels like the cards are stacked against him. How did you guys do that? Yes, it is Mr. Limoncello's first game. This book is like a prequel, but you don't have to have the other Limoncello books under your belt to enjoy this one. It is very, very fun. Uh-oh, somebody sneakily saw the book on the desk. How did that happen? Oh, was it in the stack? Uh-oh, you guys saw that. I have to up my game here. You guys are too observant. Okay, the November title. Introducing Metal Mutt, Static Cat, and Fluffy. Captain Amazing, the hero of Metro City, is so busy catching criminals that he rarely has time for his pets at home. He doesn't even notice when they're developing superpowers of their own. That's right. The first and only graphic novel at the Dart level is Sidekicks, and it is a wonderful romp through the world of superheroes and their sidekicks. And so you will really enjoy this. And the fun thing is that Melissa Wiley, who writes the darts for us, has extensive experience with graphic novels and comics. And so this dart is just unbelievable. All right. The next one for December. Here's your clue. Zeta is a camel with a treasure trove of stories to tell. She's won camel races for the Royal Pasha of Shimera, crossed treacherous oceans to a new land, led army missions with her best camel friend by her side, and outsmarted a far too pompous mountain lion. That's right. You guessed it. It is Once Upon a Camel. Wonderful. This book is all about storytelling, and of course, we love it. Yes, Once Upon a Camel. And, camels in Texas, time to get some state history in there too, which is very, very fun. All right, the January title. Here we go. Trees can't tell jokes, but they can certainly tell stories. Red is an oak tree that is so many rings old. People write wishes on pieces of cloth and tie them to Red's branches. That's right. You guessed it. This one is a modern classic. It is Wish Tree and it is wonderful and we adore it. So it is on the collection 3 dart list. Absolutely. Such a good book. Yes. We hear from you a lot about that book. So we know it is beloved. Yes, somebody's favorite here for sure. Okay, that's the January book. So as we're heading into the year, let's do some more confetti. We have the February title. Here we go. A forgotten homemade robot comes to life. An aspiring 5th grade scientist who needs a friend, and a science fair project. Just when too much seems to be challenging for our protagonist, she finds a robot named Ralph in the back of a convenience store closet. That's right. This one is just a super fun title. Maya and the Robot, great for integrating science and your language arts. It is wonderful. She is a fantastic character. Yes, yes, yes. All right, wonderful. Our March title. Here we go. Minnie lives in the poorest part of Mumbai, where access to water is limited to a few hours a day, and the communal taps have long lines. Lately, though, even that access is threatened by severe water shortages and thieves who are stealing this precious commodity. This riveting story of a heroic girl who fights for her belief that water should be for everyone. Yes, that's right. It is Thirst. And it's the March title because March 22nd, my birthday, is World Water Day. So it has this great crossover to, things that are happening out in the world during that time period as well. 2 more titles left. The April title for the collection 3 of darts is this. She is the queen of play. Nobody has her moves. She doesn't just swim to the bottom, she dive bombs. She doesn't just somersault, she triple donuts. She doesn't just ride waves, she makes them. That's right. It's Otter. Wonderful, wonderful book in verse. So you will be able to use this in April for Poetry Month, and it is delightful and heartbreaking and uplifting all at the same time. Yes, yes. All right, the last book for May. Here we go. The woods, with a capital W, are full of danger and magical beasts, and feared above all else. But when a boy takes a wrong step, he encounters an adventure he never wanted and is plunged into a world far wilder than anything he'd ever imagined. That's right. It's Wilder, Laura the Accidental Apprentice. Wonderful story, delightful, great one to cap off the year with. So much fun. All right. Those are our collections, and we are so excited to pair them with projects that will take you along the way to learning more and integrating programs. Really quick, if you want the darts in the different collections, they are available in the store. If you want the darts to be paired with the partnership projects we are creating, you will be able to get those through the Emerging Writers Bundle or the Dart and Partnership Bundle if you already have Growing Brave Writers. So we are very excited to have these collections pulled together for 8 to 10-year-olds, grades 3, 4, and 5, so that you can make sure that you're getting these wonderful mixes of contemporary and classic literature that your students, your kids can read and your families can experience as read alouds. But we also know that some of you have been asking for something very, very specific related to literature singles. And so we have done this magical thing, and it is called the Mix and Match Pack. What we have done every year when we create our year-long programs, the year-long programs are released, and then those become literature singles. And our literature single collection is bursting at the seams. There are over 200 literature singles. And we hear from you again and again that you would love to be able to mix and match. You'd love to be able to buy darts and quills and slingshots and boomerangs because you have all of these kids that you're making and building programs for. Or you have books that are in your history program that you want to use darts for, in your science, and so on. So the literature singles page now offers the option to mix and match to create your own bundle. So when you go there, you can not just put them in your cart, but you can add them to your pack. And you can add a few darts, you can add a few arrows, you can add a couple of boomerangs. And when you get to 9, your little pack dial will be full and you can add them all to your cart and purchase them at a discount. You can purchase them for the same price you would for a regular price year-long program. So I'm so excited to see you all here, excited about that because it is something that we know you have been asking for a very, very, very long time, and we are super excited to be able to offer it for you. We know that you have lots going on, and we want to make your life easier when you're planning and using Brave Writer with your families. So that is very exciting news about the literature singles page. So you can hop over there and check that out. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is the Brave Writer training, which is a 4-month training that we offer. And it is a series of supportive webinars that I give once a month. It is a community accountability. You get into Brave Learner Home. We have a special thread for people who are in the training. And we also have office hours. And what office hours are is a private, non-recorded office hour session with me. It's a meeting, and people from the training come in, and we get to talk about things going on in your homeschool with your kids, with your how you're using Brave Writer programs, and so much more. And we have a general office hour session, and we have one just for high schoolers, just for parents who are homeschooling high school. And those sessions are amazing because the people homeschooling high school are just so, I'm excited for them because it is just a phenomenal journey to go through that, and to have that bespoke time set aside for them is really wonderful. So that is what's going on with the Brave Writer training, and there should be a link to Brave Writer training as well in the chat. If you have questions and you want to know more, you can always email us at help@bravewriter.com. We have a phenomenal staff that is ready to help you with any of your purchasing questions, your product questions, placement, what would be best for your kids. And we are super, super excited to have you along. We have so many supports in place and ways to help you better use and understand Brave Writer, and just feel a part of the community to help your kids grow as writers and be confident in their writing voice, which is just so important. So thank you all for coming. Here's our last bit of confetti before we go, and we will see you inside Brave Learner Home and all the other places where Brave Writer exists.